cutting noise right there, allowing Heat to cook. They didn't press the fact. They didn't want to give 100 Thieves any chance of getting back into the round. And it was wise. They understood that Cryo was behind the entire time. I think he got tagged by a drone. This crew, they understand what their win conditions are, and in that moment, nobody needed to do anything special. Let's just hold back sight. If somebody pushes into us, we'll try to get the trade onto them. Let Heat cook up. Got that flank onto the offer, and it was said and done.
It was perfect. It led to the Thrifty. And it's just showing so much trust in your teammates. Trust in the timings that they have. Cryo still with the op.
And he changed his position once more, this time taking an off angle into the nest. And this is such a good spot because it's so hard to clear this out as an attacker. Even if you drone it, you could just tuck in this corner and then just take your little one right
and then
after.
Dash away, yeah.
Yep.
You have to commit so far up if you want to take the fight.
He has all the info in mid right now. The only thing that's not covered is his elbow, but,
Yeah, but
he doesn't need to
Asana's
worry about it. There's a cam watching it.
Yeah. And Asuna can spot that a little bit too. The drone going down the halls. Crew so quiet in this. They have the attack side up. They're just looking for any mistake, any slip up
Here.
from the defense.
Just the trifecta setup again.
They could capitalize on. They put the op back in the hands of
Yo.
Classic. Hesnit is dashed forward.
Okay, I'm like super late. I had a bunch of like tech issues. I had to reinstall a bunch of shit.
It would have been Kesnit who joined in on it. Does get the assist. Kesnit tries to settle the
So I missed the first map.
Now with the pit. Bang.
It was sunset when the Wolf crew.
I mean, man, the
It was
discipline for Heat
one
to
on the
not
team
actually
speak.
commit fully onto that angle and just get right back into that ult.
And I
Crazy.
missed the early
Look at
game
Shy's positioning.
of
so
Blaze.
But EU's got to know. I mean, he knew. He swung into that, wanting to take that fight.
Still, there's just so much you have
So,
to
yeah.
do, and this
Yeah.
Viper ult gives you a cubby on the right side of A main.
There's really no way in for
Yeah,
him.
this is just impossible. The post plants from Crew have been so good in this entire series.
We'll see if Shy's able to hunt out a couple.
Yeah, he's on the late flank right now.
He's gone hunting. Doesn't find it. Busio gets a kill with the op, so they'll save that. Into the next round. Back into the hands of Cryo, we presume.
And then they will die.
Although Busio does like using the weapon from time to time.
I need this.
I've been speaking a lot about how, you know, Crew, they don't really reinvent the wheel. They play pretty standard comps apart from Icebox, but it's micro things that they do, like Klaus buying it off, droning Cryo out, and then peeking him with his own up and winning the battle there. Small things like that give them the edge, even though they play a more standard style and just play, you know, try to play fundamentally correct. Kesnit has been having a rough start to this map, but 3 rounds, it's not too bad right now if you're Crew, especially with the momentum that 100 Thieves had going into this entire, you know, the 4 rounds that they put together right away. They won the pistol, won the anti-eco. Yeah, they lost the bonus round, but they were able to string 3 back together there.
Yeah. They were up 5-1, and Crew starting to claw their way back into this thing. Now the deficit down to 2. See a timeout called from 100 Thieves. Few moments before it elapses. I think we're going to continue to see this op battle between both of these jets. And you mentioned it, Cryo has gotten the upper hand over Kesnit a couple times here.
And he's going to need to keep going for these aggro plays because it just seems like Crew's post plants are just too good right now for that 100 Thieves roster to deal with. Where 100 Thieves has really shined has been disrupting the actual hits, getting picks as people are flooding in or before they even get into the choke. So maybe try to set up Cryo here in the same main, get him a deep line again so you can lean over towards that B side of the map.
Aggressive pit B right at the beginning of the round, and they've got the trips and the cam to cover things. This defensive wall that we're seeing out from Bang is a little different. We've seen Crew do a slightly different variation of it. It's a bit more vertical, if you will.
That goes all the way into the A main.
Yeah.
Opposed to this. I guess this is just to re-clear that early Hall's space on the split, potentially. Get a little backstab.
And then there is a little pocket if they do want to fight on the left side. right here. So we'll see if that ends up being a factor as the round goes on, because it does seem like they want to end towards A. Peasant with the op up top. And it seems like they're going to split back B. They've got a trip they have to deal with and the pit. Crew not really liking anything they're seeing.
Yeah.
They're kind of poking and prodding and nothing is going their way. And it's just gotten worse.
The positioning of 100 Thieves has been really good up until this moment.
They're going to get out onto the side. Cryo with the op in hand has to try to stay alive. Lands a second shot.
That was so sick.
It was that easy. It felt like 100 Thieves have control of that round from beginning to end.
Yeah, Crew got stuck in an in-between. The dart from Klaus was actually really good to spot out Asuna in that corner of A main, but they had nobody else there, so he was too scared to take any type of angle. And Cryo popped an op shot from the back side of A, so that's what made Crew so scared to actually commit to this A site. They know they would have had to worry about EU from halls. They would have had to run into it on
Nice shots.
back site, and then Asuna is there also around that bricks area to have like a little trifecta crossfire. Early A main control here from Crew. Kesnet just going for any 1v1, doesn't even care that there's an op online. But clearly they know the opper's not on the A side of the map. What do they do with that?
Do they commit to it? It seems like they're wanting to spread things out just a little bit more.
Yeah, it seems like they're just trying to find any type of answer they can. 100 Thieves' timings have been too good on this map with the re-clears. He was EU in that nest area last round. Now he's controlling halls.
I have the spike.
And he's been here a couple of times this half. Often clearing with the drone. He's been punished here once. It's a couple of rounds ago. But he's found a ton of value here. And it seems like he's going to be called on once more.
That
this
was
time,
so risky.
overwhelmed. You're right, perhaps an ill-advised swing. But they pop the door open. Cryo filling in on the space. He has an op in hand. Bang is not far off. If Busio and Asuna can hold things back on their own, this should work just fine.
Down A.
2 guns left for the attack.
30 seconds left.
A 2v2 here. Cryo with the op, the spike rotating away.
Yeah, and you have to, because if you try to cross into sight, you're just dead. Like everybody else on your team.
Klaus was left in a unwinnable position. Now they're left guessing, wait, where's the spike? That sound should confirm. And the rotate starts to come B.
Shy win those.
The thing is Shy planted.
He has been
this
good
bomb
on
the right side
clutch.
of that Viper
Oh,
wall.
cool.
So if this wall comes up,
Toxins going
He has
out.
been
don't
good
need
in
to really
clutch
worry about the
hits.
right side so much.
And the wall is up. Can Shy pull this off? Down 3 rounds, in need of a spark, in need of a miracle. The cam tagging onto the first. Spam. He's patient with it. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't fire at all. Now the cam there again.
Oh my god.
Lined up for him. But
It
Cross
was
didn't
well
get the
thought,
kill and
but-
the defuse.
He had that. I don't think he stopped on a dime like he should have. A small mechanical error. He played it so well up until that point. Had he actually stopped on a dime, he would have been fully accurate. Every shot would have connected there. A free kill.
The narrowest of margins deciding things. And again, heroic efforts to hold the site. Busio and Asuna and Bang joined in on the fun a little bit later, but that hold was nuts.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
that's so scary.
Shy's gonna be beating himself up after that one if they drop this map.
That's so
That was good.
scary.
That was really good from 100 Thieves though. Wall up,
Yeah.
take your time.
Didn't
the
rush
trade.
anything,
Yeah.
didn't force the fight, didn't give ones.
Cryo with the op
Cool
on this map has
timeouts.
been crazy, man.
11 and 5. And Kesnet, who dropped 20 in the first half on map 1, currently sitting at 4 and 10.
Yeah. It can be hard to entry on a map like this, especially against these setups. You dash in and it kind of feels like if you're lucky, you get one.
Yeah, but you got the composition's built in a way to where you should have a little bit of room, right? You've got darts and you've got flashes cascading with it. You should, in theory, find a little bit of something. But yeah, I don't know if it's the utility combination from Crew is just not clicking or kind of what it is. But the truth of the matter is Kesnet just struggled.
Sometimes even when he entries though, he'll be alone on the site, surviving for as long as he can, and it's his teammates that are actually getting picked off on these weird angles or spam that come in. That's what it felt like for me when I would play against this 100 Thieves roster and the composition of how they played it. Sometimes I couldn't even get out of the choke because I would get spammed by like Bang.
Funnily enough, the last time we saw 100 Thieves play Breeze was against you.
Oh, there you go. Last time they won Ascent was against me. Probably last time they won Breeze was against me.
Sorry, it was in America. The last time they played it was at an international, but the last time we saw it on domestic soil, it was against you.
Oh my gosh.
Cryo teeing off on Kesnet, again getting the best of the Star Duelist on the other side of the stage.
It's exactly what he needed to do going into this as well.
Another big kill found. The Sheriff's not really finding any value for Crew, but 3 remain.
I just don't even know how he can trade that in time.
Yeah.
Like what?
That's tough. Weapon upgraded. Guardian online. The blades activated. Just 1 remaining. And they're hunting for him. Will the blades connect? Yes, they will. 4 for Cryo and 8 for 100 Thieves.
He had to step up big for his team, and that he's definitely done. Same with EU. The 2 initiators from the last map. Go figure.
Who would have thought?
It's just jet things right now. Just jet things.
Again, this defense has been so formidable for 100 Thieves. Particularly these last couple of rounds where they've been dealing with a lot of the pressure and they've been able to navigate it well. Now last round of the half. Can they continue to keep them at bay?
It's so tough for Crew. And every time they think they have a read on how 100 Thieves is set up, it's a new setup. Or it's Cryo getting another first blood with the op.
Again. This roster has been so heavily discussed for having outrageous firepower. Has really kind of played this attack half with nothing more than a whimper. They've been battered, they've been beaten down.
Oh my gosh.
And it's primarily off the op from Cryo these last couple of rounds. The holds they've had on the sites have been outrageous. Just such a good understanding of this defensive side.
And the late flank from Cryo as well. Oh my gosh.
With a rifle now.
It's so beautiful.
Look at this contain. Mid pressure. Pressure from spawn on both sides.
That's a big tag though.
Crew with nowhere to go. And Cryo on the prowl, on the hunt, looking for a target. The first will be found. The second's on the trade. Klaus in a 1v1 against Asuna. Spike ticking away. That's a little bit damage dealt. How much more can he do though? As Asuna creeps forward! Klaus lands a shot! 3 on the round as Crew get their 4th.
Switching sides.
Wow. 2v3 there. I thought Cryo was gonna secure the round win.
Me too.
On that flank, but Klaus has something to say otherwise.
Played that fight so well.
Yeah, he was in full control of that 1v3.
Pop-offs have been big, and we're only really going to be able to find out in the second half the importance of that round. But first, before we get there, we're going to throw it down to Riv with a special fan of Boostios. Take a listen.
That's right, gentlemen. I am joined by Kelly, a.k.a. Boostio's mom! I gotta ask you first question. What's it like being the mom of a champion?
Oh, you know, same old thing. He's a brat.
And you're a veteran to the arena. How many times you been here? You're always cheering.
I've been here maybe 4 times, but I also have traveled with Keldon in previous games, so.
All right. Okay, so looking at Boostio, this guy just exudes energy all the time. He's always hype. Was this always back to childhood too, when you're giving him peanut butter and jelly without crust? Was he going crazy?
First of all, he doesn't like peanut butter and jelly. How dare you?
Good note.
Second of all, yes, he is always energetic, getting everybody hyped. I don't know how to introvert, got an expert, but it is just a crime to watch sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Absolutely. And final question for you. Being here, seeing the signs, seeing people cheer for your son, just be fans of your son. What's that feel like?
It's over. We couldn't do it without all you fans. The crew, 100 Thieves. You guys rock. I love you guys.
All right, the family buffs are out in force today. Thank you so much, Boostio's mom. We're gonna get right back in the game. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Riv. It is a family affair here at VCT Americas, and I mean, when you've got that when you're rolling that deep in the crowd, it always feels good.
W moms. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean,
W moms.
As a pro player, I'm sure you experienced something similar in the past.
Yeah. I mean, my mom almost didn't let me compete at all. I mean, one of my first events ever, I had to go travel to China. She's like, "You're not going. You're not going without me. That's for sure." Thank God my dad picked that one up for me. But yeah, I mean, it's stressful for them too because they want to see us, do well and thrive. So
yeah.
I can't even imagine what it must be like watching that first map. But the swing of emotions that you get out of it when you see this map now, I mean, this feels like it's in the hands of 100 Thieves. It's their game to win.
Can they put it over the finish line? Up 4. We'll see what Crew can do if they can win this pistol. We've got something interesting, and that's a hell of a start. This mid aggression is just crazy. And they knew that was the plan from the beginning.
I mean, that's the El Clasico baby bay right there. Solo jumping up on the mid pillar. I used to love to do that play, so.
Oh, now
Thieves, they haven't played it. They haven't played me in a while, so I don't blame them for going down to that.
well, now they reset a little bit here. Crew, oh my goodness, they're gonna get another. Klaus and Kesnet both up mid. They know Bang is at least somewhere on the left side of that wall.
Oh man,
this has been surgical. They get the kill mid, they reposition, they go back through spawn, and now Shy's gonna get another. I mean, it's just been so methodical. Can EU hold them back? Can Cryo hold them back? It's all onto the Sova now. Spotting the first, and he just buys time. He knows his teammates are swarming, they're taking space, they're filling in behind it. Oh. This would be ridiculous, and it will not come through. Crew get the pistol.
100 Thieves are getting caught lacking in these moments. When Kesnet gets the first blood, they think that he's going to reset and reposition somewhere else. But the fact of the matter is he's going for more right after, but not instantly. And that's the key difference. He waits a little bit to where 100 Thieves might think that he's backing up into a passive angle, a passive hold. Maybe they're just going to play retake, but then he doubles up with a teammate, and in the mid round, they re-aggress something again.
It was perfect. They struck at just the right time.
Total disruption.
Yeah. Yep. There's that wall we were talking about in the previous half from Crew. A bit more vertical. It covers the switch, it covers mid, and it gives you a little bit of an angle into A main, where you imagine Kesnet is gonna try to punish, and just like that, he does. Nice trade out though.
A good answer back. If he can get this one as well and gets heat, this could be an opening in the round. Oh, that was the time to strike.
Close. Yep, no dash now. You've got to jump back out, and Klaus was there to help.
Not all guns saved into this round though. They did lose, I think, a Bulldog.
So they have what, 2 Guardians? Yeah, 2 Guardians. They're investing into this, man.
And you set it up perfectly. We have to talk about this A-wall that Crew like to do. They condition this, and what they do is they want to use it to re-clear space. But further in the half, they actually know a way to put that wall that will have a gap in the actual A main. So when they put it up, they can actually see deep into that A main area.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one. For now, the wall B. But aggression mid once more. A flash over the top for Kesnet to have the line, and EU gets the best of them.
Yeah, you can't fall for that one twice. That's for certain.
I mean, Crew still have mid control, though. What do they do with it? A jump spot from Elser, a little damage dealt. 100 Thieves slowing this round down.
Yeah, they're so good in these moments, especially on Breeze, where they just slow the round down. They just hold. I mean, for a whole year, when they rebuilt this team from the ground up before VCT was even a thing, their main focus was playing against FaZe as scrim partners, and I would go for aggressive plays all the time on the defensive side. So this should be nothing new for at least Asuna and Bang.
I love how they're playing this too. Bang hasn't invested his wall, so they still have so many options to play around, and the silence is enough for Crew to think twice about it. Rotate B. So like 2 ships passing in the night, they're gonna rotate around each other. Now, A becomes the focus.
30 seconds left.
This was a beautiful call from Boostio.
Yeah.
But can they finish it? Can they convert?
Scanning ahead.
No ults really to speak of for the defense. And again, they have, I mean, they have some weaponry for this. This is not nothing.
You have a double lurk right now. Boostie's gonna tap this door. There's so many angles crew have to look at right now.
And so many angles for Boostio to have to clear too, but as the gunfire erupts, it goes the way of 100 Thieves. Melser in a 1v3, there's no way he pulls that off. A big round from 100 Thieves.
Beautifully played. 100 Thieves understood that crew are gonna get proactive on the defensive side. They punish Kesnet early on. They hold for any other type of re-aggression that may come their way. And then all they have to do is group up, use their utility to take the site, set up for a good post plant. Oof. Yeah, that's a clean shot.
Yeah, he read that. He knew.
And on the actual retake of crew, you saw two different layers there. People in sight were there just to be a distraction. EU was flanking mid and Boostio at the same time from halls. Double flank setup.
Yep. The wall again with the knife. A-main and Kesnet holding a line, but everybody from 100 Thieves is B. They're gonna try to go fast here. EU has his ult instantly triggered. Playing a little bit further off, but not far off enough.
It's chaos on the site.
Shine Melser able to navigate the chaos beautifully. They get a couple kills, but Asuna punching back. 3v3, and now the rotations from crew starting to arrive. First heat, then Kesnet, but Melser by himself on the site, trying to dance around, trying to stay alive.
And again, win conditions, Doug.
One enemy remaining.
The win condition right now is Bang. Can he pull it off? No. Crew with respond.
Dude. Crew have impressed me in these scrappy rounds when all noise cuts. And they understand heat in that moment is literally, I mean, I don't know if he's screaming in the mic, but he's like, guys, I'll win the round for us. I have the perfect timing on the flank. And that's ultimately what ended up being the W for crew into this.
Kesnet with blades. And just a rifle for Cryo.
I mean, Cryo's on 21 and 10 right now.
Crazy numbers, and they're up to Darts traded, Asuna tagged.
Oh, he's here alone with bomb as well.
Oh, that's dangerous. And he's still jump spotting too. That's crazy. Kesnet just had to dash back. Meanwhile, 100 Thieves are trying to feel out the rest of the map. They tried finding some space mid.
That was the rifle.
You've got Bane close by. It's just a sheriff, though. I mean, he's got to be ready for it. He is. Is he ready for Asuna too? Yep.
Spike down. Mid.
That was a perfect peek.
It's about as clean as it gets.
Oh my gosh.
And so this round should go in favor of crew, barring an absolute miracle from EU. And yeah, those are 2 kills, but there's still plenty to go. And with 20 HP, it's just not going to happen. Melser gets his third. Crew bring the gap to 1.
If you lose focus, you die.
This is another really important round. And I wonder what he can do in this round. If he's going to try to get aggro A-main, maybe try to farm that orb off of aggression.
One enemy
Yeah, we'll see what he does here.
Dude, that second kill in mid
Was clean.
That was so precise.
Yeah.
The timing on when he stopped, the crosshair positioning, everything. It was so snappy.
Oh, they're going to challenge Kesnet here.
Yeah, it's a pop flash for him.
Heavy lean A, blades online. Both used. There are the jets, the fight we've been looking for this entire time. And the flash missing the mark. All that build up just for them to back up. That's crazy.
Everyone was blind.
But hopefully that means we get a second round at this. Because they're both still around. Bang has found a little bit of space. He's
So aggressive in this mid lane.
and he can get up past this wall that we were talking about. The flash out, Bang behind enemy lines. There it is. He gets a second, not able to control the third.
No charges left.
But Cryo has found space. That ult's gonna complicate things just a little bit.
The problem is, Melser hasn't moved an inch this entire round.
Well, I love this for 100 Thieves too. Knowing that they're trying to deal with this ult from heat, they just freeze, wait it out, and now they can re-aggress. Now they can take some of the space, but they don't have the spike in hand. They want to take this fight before they decide to go.
Cryo has no knives again. That dagger.
They've got him surrounded now. No real exit. Can the defense hold up? They're trying to turn these flashes and take these fights. EU in a 1v2, and he cannot convert.
You gotta feel for Cryo here, but he is doing such a good job of targeting him.
Yeah.
I mean, he shut him down pre-round with the knife. Then he shuts him down with KO that he got with kills that he acquired in the round. And then he waits on the re-dagger to make sure that Cryo can't do anything. The guy didn't have a gun the entire round.
Big heroic moment from Bang. But you're right, it was Heat who was just the thorn in the flesh. That shot was filthy.
I was wondering how Melzer got that kill from mid-door.
That was nuts.
I mean, yeah, you're right. It was a good play from 100 Thieves to just cut noise there and let it cook. Maybe maybe a rotate. Maybe a rotate comes to the other side.
Sure.
The thing is Shy was still alive with double trips onto that site, so not much needed to be done there.
And I think they had no real way to exit. They had no way to really get out, so they were just kind of stuck, and they were left to the devices of the knife and the ult and everything else that Crew could throw their way. 5 rounds of the last 6. The lead that 100 Thieves had, it's gone now. It was an 8-4 half, and the snowball goes the way of Crew.
It's the duality of Jet right now.
Yeah.
It can be really easy to play on defense sometimes, especially when you get that up. But on the attack, man, it's so hard to get entries. I mean, you saw it in that round. Crowd couldn't do anything.
Yeah, he had a tough time.
And he was looking. He was actively looking for fights too, even when he was backside with no knives. Just nothing was being given to him.
It seemed like split was inevitable, but all of a sudden we find ourselves in a dogfight for Breeze.
God, here we go again. Kesnit's gonna do his classic A main reclear. Probably just off of a whim, off of a timing, maybe a flash from Heat, but no one's there. So once he gets this info, the lean will come heavy into B, and maybe an early molly here from Melzer.
It's got to be fast. They've got the
You
script to buy
see
some
how
time.
they're shifting already.
Yeah.
They do this time and time again. This is how Crew like to play this map. Kesnit will dry fight into A main, allowing them to stack.
Oh, that's big though. The ult is going to drop all of the utility, but it doesn't
Slow.
drop Melzer.
Well, so
3 kills found. But still, they stabilize. Still, they're up top. Kesnit's on the flank. It's going to be so difficult to get through that with a pit in his face.
Oh, wait a second though.
Is there going to be enough room?
oh
He
my
drops
god,
Heat.
Heat.
Kesnit's left alone. He gets past the pit. He gets around the pillar. Kesnit's repositioning, and they may have heard that. Austin is watching. Spotted now.
All he needs to get right now is just damage. Get as many kills as you can. Get the guns out. As I say that, the sooner takes him down.
That's tough in 1v3 with a pit, and I mean, so many angles that he'd have to clear.
Cryo actually went huge there. He was the first to dash it, and yeah, his teammates got taken out, but while that was all happening, while Melzer had that nice timing right here, Cryo ended up getting 2 kills backside. And that allowed the res to come through and give the numbers advantage to 100 Thieves. That's a big round to win. They needed to get something on the board.
Desperately. The second half has not been kind to 100 Thieves. But I guess it really is all about how you finish if they can pull this off.
4 players hit with that dagger. No wall up though from the side of Crew. And that will ultimately allow 100 Thieves to walk back into this space.
Melzer is a judge. Kesnit's popped his blades. Remember, they've been pretty aggressive in trying to hold the line in A main every round except for this one, it seems like.
Ult is ready.
When 100 Thieves cut noise after they do their default, you just see tons of crew members shifting into random spots. They're really distraught. It's almost like they're gambling where they think 100 Thieves are going to go.
I mean,
in these moments.
They're just starved for info.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Shy should be first contact.
Shy,
here, though.
yeah.
A
He has
lot
a
of
good
teams like to
spot.
clear this. A cam will do it.
And Shy
Now
has
they
it out.
know.
Manages to do so. Trip's still up. The knife not tagging him, but he gets over the trip. There's Melzer with the judge.
Good trade.
1-for-1 though.
EU investing his ult. Not able to get anything. The spam. Ooh. Bang, dealing with some of the trouble. A flash in the face, so it's the second
Nice
ult
shot.
Asuna down, the spike joining him. Bang has to scoop that thing up. Can Boosty find enough space for him?
Heat.
Heat falls. Shy playing around the wall. The barrel betrays him.
No ammo.
Kesnet still with blades. Nothing is landing. Can EU pull this off on his own? The spike so far.
I
He's
don't
gotta get
believe
this
you.
kill, and he
Yeah.
can't. Klaus with 3, and we're tied again.
This is such a close game. The economy now a little bit in shambles for 100 Thieves. Crew need this round. If they lose this, not only are they going to be broke, but 100 Thieves economy will be good for the rest of the game.
And there isn't much left. But you're right. That's smooth sailing, or at least as close to that as you can possibly get. It's really impressive how Crew have stayed in this fight. We would expect Kesnet to be popping off, to be, you know, doing his thing, and that'd be the reason why they've been able to pull off his ferocious comeback. But it hasn't been him.
Yeah, he's actually been whiffing quite a bit.
Yeah,
Lot of
meanwhile,
UTO
Klaus
spin
has been popping
hold.
off. Meltzer's had big moments.
What?
Good
That's
spam.
ridiculous. Cryo trying to push the pace up mid, finds Klaus. That flash is
That was a
pretty.
great flash.
Yeah,
Kesnet has to go huge here.
but how?
I don't know, it looks like he's almost scared to take some of these fights.
I mean, I don't blame him at this point. He knows he's outnumbered, but if Shy can find the timing, this would be huge. He's gone away and detected. I don't think it spotted him, but now they know where he is, and that pesky wall goes up. We talked about it so many times. The fight Kesnet was scared to
Kesnet
take.
still
Now comes
fighting
through.
on site.
On the swing. Oh, my goodness. Twos now. Spike still in play. EU dodging the flash, expecting the swing. It's cold now.
Holy
Cryo gets his
shit.
third. He has to pull this off on his own. He's gotten it down to 1.
Let's go hit.
Time is short. 5 HP.
5 HP.
Can he land the shots onto EU? A jumping. Oh my gosh. It's a classic that wins it out. 100 Thieves take the lead back.
Cryo and EU again. I said it. I said Crew needed to win that round. Look at the economy. 100 Thieves have a bye for probably the rest of the game now. Oh my
That was
goodness.
ridiculous. Kesnet played his positioning so well on the site.
Oh, that was such a sick shot from
Yeah.
EU.
It was great until EU showed up. Now, honestly, I respect the play. Time is short. You know you've got to take the fight. You've seen there's likely a classic waiting for you on the other side because EU had already tried doing the same.
Slimmest of margins there.
And a timeout called just to build a little extra suspense.
Crew can't really invest much into this round, but as I say that, I see that Heat has a Guardian and light armor. $200 to his name. I think they're gonna buy into this. They're gonna try to catch 100 Thieves off guard. And this is exactly what they need to do. They're playing to win. Crew understands that if they give this for free, I mean, you're playing for a tie at that point.
Yeah,
I hope
I mean,
you bring it back in OT.
they
It looks
baited
like
you
they
pretty
still
hard,
will.
though,
They
yeah.
still will be paying for the tie. I thought they were going to go for the full gamble. I mean, 100 Thieves basically just did a thrifty buy onto Crew and won it. So maybe Crew can answer back.
How will this play out?
Early A main control. This time, no one getting a kill. And the double hold from 100 Thieves. Waiting for Kesnet to re-swing that A main. Waiting for the punish. That's that standard default that we've seen time and time again on this map. That wall going up, denying info. Now, 100 Thieves are going to have to either use utility to clear close A main if they want to go back, or they're going to contact in.
Things in a dangerous spot here. Yep. He got the kill.
Cryo also got a kill in halls, as that all was happening. And this is what I'm talking about. These
These
extra
ups
couple
are a
steps
bit,
that 100 Thieves need to do to clear that A main, because
slow
that wall
sometime.
allows Crew time to get all the way into sight.
The thing is, Crew aren't in a position to be able to upgrade the weapons.
Oh,
Got off the
beautiful
bank. The
flash.
is gorgeous. The
Nice
timing is
shot.
so good, but he keeps him in this. Can Shy pull it off?
Holy shit!
Gosh! What on earth was that? Shy just snatches the round back. The Red Bull clutch to tie us up again.
Damn.
That was insane! That was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen! Such a risky hold there from Bang. But it was the Sheriffs, it was Heat. And then this. No way!
And then they fucking line up.
Doug, I looked over at Boostio's face. He was adjusting his monitor. He even couldn't believe what just happened. I was like, did I see that correctly?
Remember, this was an 8-4 first half in favor of 100 Thieves. Split seemed likely. And now we're wondering if we're even gonna get OT.
And Cryo again, they need someone to hold that mid.
Cryo insta went up mid, Doug. After all this Hall's control, dashed into Nest.
Heat able to slow things down as Cryo finds a second with the blades, looking for more. Melser has to take a step back. Both Vipers are in the pit. And Cryo still on the hunt.
Oh my god.
They have so much space now on the site. Kesnan and Shy still alive, still with weapons. Meanwhile, there's a battered 100 Thieves on the other side. Austin is so weak, but it might not matter. Kesnan into 1v3. Remember, one of them, 36 HP. And that's going to be the first to take the swing. The crosshair steady, but the bullet does not land. Kesnan on the reposition as he slows down the round, realizing he's going to have to make a big play. If he can pull this off, it would be everything. It's all just a
Nice.
First will fall, slow things down.
Oh, he's dropping.
Cryo with 3. 100 Thieves
Cool.
gets to that point.
The composure that 100 Thieves just showed us to put Cryo over 30 kills was insane. The way that they lost that previous round, a lot of teams would fold under that pressure. Instead, they run up a set play where they're just running down halls, creating this big distraction while Cryo runs all the way up mid and he commits his dash into Nest. And that's what catches out Klaus. Klaus was on his drone doing the casual things that he did when 100 Thieves ran down halls like that.
It's the second time he gets caught like that.
And even that like 1v1 at the end there, it's so hard to control because you have weapon inaccuracy when you're going over that little bridge in between the pillars. So it's not like it was a clean fight. Either way.
That was crazy.
The buy for Crew, not great.
And they're picking the right site again.
They have ults to play with 2. EU's one away from his. They've got a lot of options here. Just enough to buy some time, maybe? A tap of the spike, not committing to the plant yet. Boostio finding the space onto Heat. And that was one of the better weapons that were down.
Yeah, GG.
100 Thieves pick them apart. It's just Melser. And it's just Melser with a stinger. Now the spike planted. Heat stuck on the other side of the wall. And now Melser realizing that everything is falling apart. Maybe a kill onto EU with the spit, but it doesn't even connect. They've gotten his position. They know it's all over now. It will not come through. Seeds of comeback fall upon barren soil. Split is on the cards.
That was such a sick map out of both teams. I mean, at the end there, round after round after round after round, Thrifties everywhere.
Yeah, that was
it seemed
nuts.
like if you didn't have a full buy, you were destined to win. But 100 Thieves pulled it out at the end there.
Cryo dropped 33.
Dude.
What a performance. And again, EU right behind him. A guy who we talked about a couple of times throughout the series for not getting his due is unreal for 100 Thieves right now.
I'm telling you, that round that put 100 Thieves on 12, on match point, was so sick.
Yeah.
Especially after what they had to battle through.
Yeah.
I mean, getting 1v2'd by Shy with a Sheriff, and the way that it happened, the collat, they lined up to just insta run up mid, that drawn up play at the perfect timing.
It could not have been any better. We're gonna take a quick break, but Split, as we mentioned, is on the other side of this. If Breeze is any indication of what we just saw, you're not gonna want to miss it. Don't go anywhere.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Excuse me, would you mind taking a picture of us?
Oh, no problem.
Thanks.
Ooh, yes, problem. You need Verizon. Trade in that old thing and get a new iPhone 15 Pro with tons of storage, so you can take all the pics. So many selfies.
A preposterous amount of panos!
That means panoramic. And as many portraits of me as your heart desires.
How about none?
None, yeah, none feels right.
Trade in any iPhone in any condition and get iPhone 15 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Derek's just going to run him down with the rifle in his hand. Superman still there. Adjustment of Shy.
Oh, he's gonna run into the trip. No way!
You know, just when you thought Crew might have this wrapped up in map 2, 100 Thieves is like, no, we got your number. No, we pushing this to map 3. This is insane. And I mean, like, that wasn't that close of a map. I mean, they were going back and forth, right?
It gets down to it, yeah.
Yeah.
It gets down to its real close game at the end there. I'm very excited about the fact that 100 Thieves actually won that because map 3.
Oh, there you go.
Good look, son.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the fact that 100 Thieves is actually able to close that out because now we get to be able to see the entirety of the field for both teams. And yeah, it's a good map. It's a good game.
For sure. The map losses for Crew have been few and far between.
Matter of fact,
Yeah,
they
that's
lost
the
one
second
up
map
until this point in
Crew
this
lost in stage 1.
And we were talking about it on the desk.
And they
before the
lost
game
it
started
like
with
fucking
100 Thieves starting on
13-11.
defense. If they could win the
Crew
pistol
is
round,
like
get the economy going, get the
the
offensive
third
crowd's
team
hands,
right now.
he can pop off. And that's exactly what happened. When he's offing on defense, his success rate at holding an angle and just clicking on the guy that walks into it is incredible. I mean, he is so mega consistent in those situations. And yeah, right here, you can see the duels head-to-head. I mean, Kesnet was fantastic on map 1, but Cryo just stealing the show.
And Akeem, I really hope that this doesn't come down to this same conversation at the end of map 3, because we're going to Ray's map next on Split. And we saw Asana on Rays on the first one, and how Kesnet, the difference that we had from Sunset, where he's breaking records in the first half, to this map there, that is crazy, I think, in terms of the performance from Kesnet there, and how actually it feels like today, more than ever, Kesnet has had to be that guy again for Crew like he was last year, rather than the entire unit being kind of cohesive.
Yeah, for sure. Heading into Split, though, the last time...
Oh, they lost fucking 13-11. They were
He
cohesive.
did really well on Split. So
Like,
we'll see if he can do that again.
it came down to a few rounds and
at least
and
this
stuff,
year, it's
like
every series, he gives you
it's not like
one
they've been fucking crushed by Under Thieves and the only guy showing up was Kisnet last
every
month.
single time. And so maybe it'll be the third map here to meet his quota, because so far, to be fair though, he was good on Breeze. He just wasn't going crazy individually. Like, his flashes were really good. There were several moments where the flash was actually like the critical element in the round to get the impact kill that allowed them to win it out. So definitely credit for the supportive play, but now he's got to step it up on the duelist to match. Probably, I mean, you know, one of the best duelists in the league right now. I was about to say the best, then I forgot Osboss existed, but definitely
you forget.
top 2 right now.
I would probably agree, and I think as well, something that I've been thinking about, especially with Crew as this goes through, is how Heat has been performing through the regular season too. He has been up there, all right, with the likes of them. He's not playing duelist, but in this game in particular, I don't think he's been there. On Sunset, maybe a little bit, but Breeze, I feel like there were some key mistakes from Heat in that moment that I think allowed 100 Thieves to quell the comeback that Crew was trying to make.
Yeah, and as you can see, everyone, we are headed to Split. This is going to be map
Split.
3.
Yep.
I'm expecting we're going to see a lot of popping off happening on this map, but who do we think is going to take it, though?
Listen, I'm still rolling with Crew. Looking at this right now, you can see the 100 Thieves. They're starting on defense, which was really good against G2, but on the opposite end, Crew against Loud on this map.
Yes.
They lost the pistol and then 7 rounds in a row on attack. That side for them was amazing, and it was Shy's Lurks and Viper play that was out of this world. And coming off a map where he was the glue keeping Crew in the game on Breeze, I'm expecting him to continue that level of play. And if Kesnet steps it up so they have that strong entry force and the late
And
round
let me tell
guy,
you why.
that'll be lethal.
Kesnet will step it up.
And I agree. and I think he will.
I also agree with the Shy comment as well. That guy is so good, and I can't wait to see him anchor down some sites on this map.
Yeah, I love what you were saying, Bala, earlier, like while we were watching map 2, like you were just talking about how disciplined Shy is and how disciplined he's been throughout stage 1. And I mean, he's just continuing to show just how amazing he is.
Absolutely. I'm also on the 100 Thieves side. I'm definitely going to be paying attention to Cryo here when the site hits are coming in. He always is, for the most part, 90% of the time, he's anchoring on B. And when they've struggled on defense, it's because he's been forward and he's getting caught on that Aster. He doesn't have the TP if he's an Omen to take a fight and get out.
Yeah, I don't like a slow split.
And I think if he's
I
getting
think it's
caught out there
overrated.
by Kesnet's kind of explosive entering, that could be a problem.
Yeah, honestly,
Like the Omen ultimate compared to the Astral Wall is just way more useful.
Can Crew go 5-0 and lock in that first seed? Or will 100 Thieves steal the dub? One last time, here's Doug and Baby Bay with the call.
Thank you so much, Geek Heavy. A banger on a Monday, and we wouldn't have it any other way. For this to settle on Split, given that we've just seen 100 Thieves navigate 2 maps they hadn't played all year, is just wild. And the way they did it is just so impressive.
That Breeze was crazy. It was just an insane battle of ecos, man. It was just as soon as one team gets some type of momentum, the other team comes in, destroys them, and it was just a non-stop battle back and forth. Now going into this map, 100 Thieves, I feel like Asuna and EU are the bread and butter to this composition that they play. And the way that they lock down the A site especially, really impressed me the last time they played. That being said, I
We have
haven't
a
seen too many
classic
good
comp
things
for
out of the
crew,
get-go from Boostio, but they've had more
and
time
we have
to cook in
the
there
classic
and maybe
Undive
even counter some of the stuff that crew likes to do.
Well, we didn't see much of the Boostio utility
with
there,
double
but we did see him
initiator,
get a
no
kill on
safer,
and that's an important
and
one.
Astra instead of Overman.
Given how quiet he was in the previous map, but how loud he was on the first, you've got to try to keep him at bay. And that is going to be a team effort. So far,
Actually, I
Boostio getting
don't
best
like
of
the
them, but
Gecko
Asuna
on
did
split.
fall.
I think a breach would be better if you play double initiator. Like the ultimate with
Death ball on A right now, a ramp control taken, but there is 3 players of 100 Thieves right here. I doesn't need to be broken, but that gives 100 Thieves
with
space to work with.
a fade and a breach to just take the entire site.
What a battle! The fact that Boostio won that fight, re-swinging twice, it's kind of a miracle.
Cryo's going to be on a late flank. There's going to be a
I think a good breach and split is like
Melser and
huge.
Heat have some space. The remaining members of 100 Thieves are weak.
So either that
2v2
or
now,
just
Bang,
play a
91
safer,
HP,
you know.
still has some armor to his name. Oh, Melser getting the first onto Bang. What a shot. And at this point, given the timing, they've got to kind of understand there's a very good chance that Cryo's on the flank. But the smoke up towards heaven. Cryo looking for the space. Looking to make a play and take a face if he can find one.
Oh, now crew are going to double up after this flash.
As they should. As they should. Melser gets 3 on the round. His crew get the pistol.
That's
I gotta say, there's no
he's
world
hot.
in which crew should have won this round. 100 Thieves
He's had
the
some
advantage
good hands
the
on
entire
B
way through,
defense.
especially after the
On
trade
Blaze.
on the A side. It was what, a 4v3?
4v2, I believe, yeah.
And yeah, Cryo wasn't there with you, so you don't need to do anything, just hold. Wait for the flank to come in, secure the round win. That's things that 100 Thieves were doing really well on in the previous map. So just a little bit too antsy, jumping the gun there. And if you do that to a team like Crew, they're gonna take advantage of it. I mean, we're playing at a really high level here. We saw how close that last map was.
4 rifles for the attack side. Boostio farming the orb, getting a little bit closer to having Thrash on mine.
Doesn't matter what map it is.
Oh my goodness, that was snappy. It didn't take much, just a pixel.
And oftentimes, that's what you're gonna see with this 100 Thieves setup. I mean, yeah, it's an eco round this time, but Cryo likes to play these really close angles in the B main.
And then if they lose control heaven, he can dip back into garage and then fight from there. Try to hold the space. I think we're gonna see a lot of that as the half goes on, but for now, 100 Thieves likely just trying to... it seems like they're likely just gonna try to die to the spike, surely.
Yeah, much like the Sunset game we witnessed.
Yeah. So this gives us a little bit of time. I want to get your thoughts on, particularly, you know, the Omen versus Astra's fine, but I want to get your thoughts on the Fade, because that's not something we see super often.
I honestly think it's more of a comfortability pick than anything else. EU played this Fade on M80 for, I think, like the entire year.
They're trying
I
to
don't even
farm
remember the
them
last time it was
to
I saw
prevent
him playing
the
Sky on this map. So
them from
he's always
dying
favored it.
to
It
the
seems like
bomb.
he's really comfortable
Get
on
the
the Fade.
showstopper for the bonus or
In general,
the
100
bonus
Thieves
round.
played comps with the Fade before as well. I think that I recall like a Fade breach comp at some point, and they have a lot of
Isn't
good
it
chat
is
plays
two
with
of-
EU and Asuna, and that's why I called them out as a duo.
And they
in the beginning
both.
of this map is because a lot of their success the last time they played it was based off of Asuna and EU locking down that A site.
Yeah. Oh, he's buying a gun and shit.
It's a completely different team.
Mate,
It might not be the
they are
strategy
not
that go
playing
with
this as a
against,
bonus.
You know, Crew, but still, it still has really good synergy together.
just have one
Yeah, it's hard to
bulldog
get
and
tether nade kills, but it's
like
beyond
2
that.
small armor, 2 heavy armor
Because of the way
for
they
each
managed the
team.
previous round, have 5 rifles in this one. Light armor on 2 members. This is, again, for all intents and purposes, a gun round.
That's what I was talking about with Cryo playing those close angles in B main. This time he understands. Maybe I should back up a little bit.
Like there is a good chance
Especially with
that
Shy throwing that lurk smoke
who
in
wins
the
that
choke.
bonus, which
You know,
would
we
start
talked
their
so much about
snowball
how Crew
and
like to approach the attack rounds and how they like to
that could
4-1
be
a lot.
lethal for
It'll
100
be interesting to
Thieves.
see where the one goes here, given that Split tends to play so much around this area of the map that you see on your screen.
Yeah.
How they decide to navigate it.
The cool thing about playing this basically double senti comp, you know, with the Viper and the Cypher, is that you can actually lurk on both extremities as you have the main pack working to take space. So there's always options when you do a 1-3-1 to lean back any type of site. Shy making contact here with Boostio and A. And that's ultimately going to have EU have to back up because they're aware of the vent.
And a deep smoke. Does he try to play ahead of it? He has some util. That's nicely done. They draw at the suck and they rotate away from it.
And Shy is actually so aggressive on this lurk.
Austin is tucked in hell. Do they clear him? The flash isn't for him. Austin is going to get damage done. Oh, holy smokes. 100 Thieves.
Good hold. And so no bonus round
The
for
rotations from 100 Thieves were so clean in this round. They understood. They played mid early on. They understood that they gave all of mid. EU knows once Shy
And the
makes
economy
contact
for
and they
Crew
mid,
is not
okay,
looking
I probably
that
should start
good.
backing up at this point because if I don't, I'm gonna get pinched from vents as well.
Right.
And then he actually falls back into sight with Boostio. Boostio just holds his ground and they're willing to give all of that mid area. They're willing to give heaven because they have crossfires like this. Off of as soon as contact, the trade's gonna come through and Cryo just gets easy pick'ems. And then let's say Crew do end up killing Asuna in that scenario. Let's say they get the trade on Cryo somehow. You still have Bang there in CT holding that drop down. It can sometimes feel smothering entering on these sites.
The layers that they have defensively are outrageous, and it's only round 3. Or that was only on round 3, so
yeah.
We'll see what else they have up their sleeve.
We got a dog to the ramp. He saw the porter, so
Clearing a lot of space up ramps with the dog.
he knows there is a lot of space heaven.
Boostie's really here to control the cross, but as soon as the wall goes up, they have to respect what's happening on the other side, and that's why you see Boostio take a step back.
Yeah, and
Spike is moving, A ramp.
Onto this A site or B site when teams are just holding crossfires back site, like I said.
They could rotate through ops for the B even 8. They are looking for space B even.
Cryo now. He'll try to go for one.
If they try to rotate back into ropes, he's going to see everything. Bang's on the move.
Holy shit. Nice play.
They've got to have a better lockdown on what's happening across the middle of the map.
30
or else
seconds left.
100 Thieves are just going to tee off on him. Another flawless round for the defense.
I mean, the
And
weird
that's a
thing
lot of
about
money.
this round and what gave Bang so much confidence
Split
to
is a
actually walk through that
defense-sided
B
map,
was
so
the Cypher for the first time in this half put a default cam into B main. And I'm not sure if 100 Thieves peaked and broke it, but the cam wasn't there in the mid round. And that's what gave Bang the opening to have the confidence and re-clear B main with Cryo and then separate from him and honestly just smother the team of Crew. They just choked them out in every angle. They knew exactly where they were positioned.
Just pistols for the attack now. It seemed like they had some cool ideas and had found their footing in the first couple of rounds, but it's been anything but that since.
Oh no, again!
nice shot.
Winning the head-to-head.
Oh, a little overactive there. Asuna protecting the weapon. But he can't protect it for long. Surely it's been picked up at this point in the hands of Heat.
That was a very early nade.
They're not
It's
gonna
a
let
big
him settle.
molly.
They're not gonna give him the time to breathe. The spike now sits on the ground as 100 Thieves continue to push forward. Crew have been relegated and taking a step back in garage. With Sheriffs, it will not be enough.
I was curious as to why Asuna was so eager to use his nade like that, but now I get it. It was just to create even more chaos. Once that molly came in from Boosty, that landed on the entire back pillar area of B and default. So the bomb plant couldn't get down and then they just flood out. That was a really well coordinated retake.
I'm not a big fan of that
And
timeout.
good trade in here from Asuna right away after Cryo died.
Just perfectly played, man. This right here.
The double swing.
Yeah.
Enemy remaining. You want to be
Nice!
It's good.
Thank you, baby. You see me jumping around?
Yeah, you're looking nice at the jump.
That will cause a timeout from the side of Crew. Yeah, it was an eco round, but, you know, maybe they're going to cook something here with the Raze rocket. A lot of their success has been onto Cryo on that early side at B, and I wonder if now Cryo, maybe he's going to play a little bit more passive, or if he's still going to keep up his aggro shenanigans. As I say that, there's an op online for Cryo, so if somebody checks him and wants to dry fight 1v1, if Cryo's still on that side of the map, holding the angle, that should be a guaranteed kill and a shutdown for Crew. And I don't know if Crew are gonna read into this. I mean, how many times do you see an Astra with an op? I feel like barely.
We'll see what they try to do on the other side of this timeout. I imagine they're going to have to address the middle of the map too. And interestingly enough, 100 Thieves have some presence posted up here, courtesy of Asuna and Bang. And there's Cryo with the op, holding down B main. That's where the main weight behind this crew attack is currently. And he's got the 2 stars to where he can get away, but the spam onto the corner instantly. Oh,
this is
still
the
takes
shot.
Has to slowly walk away. There's no dash to this. There's no satchel. Just has to walk out.
But even if crew commit to this B site, you have Asuna here with a nade, with his own rocket that he can answer back with. And Cryo's gonna get back on this B line. Shouldn't be able to see Kesnet unless Kesnet uncrouches.
It's worth noting here too, Cryo got out of that without having to invest his stars, and there's the suck, but he's gotten out past it. Asuna with the high ground gets the best of Kesnet, but now Bang from up in heaven, keeping the push back. A flash in his face, but Cryo destroys Melser. Another clean round for the defense.
And they were just so ready for that. You already saw Asuna repositioning into that heaven area. They understood that with that lurk smoke, Kesnet's probably gonna want to pop through with Rocket, especially after hearing it up. It's mainly because, I mean, I don't blame Kesnet for going for that. If that Opera misses the shot on you, like this, again, you get a free kill with the Rocket, but look at how high Asuna got.
And he played the timing on that perfectly. I think if they both meet in the air, who knows how that goes.
Spike down.
Kesnet did a really good job of trying to get out past the sucks, past the utility that was there, but again, Asuna gets his, and then Bang from heaven is just so good, man.
Yeah,
It's just been
forcing
unbelievable.
ramp.
Now Boosty's hopping.
Yeah, we cycle the op down. And that gives Cryo more confidence to hold close again because he understands that crew's gonna be so scared of close angles.
1 for
As I see
1.
that A ramp control and a re-clear coming out from 100 Thieves.
There's nowhere for crew to go.
Yeah.
So tough to deal with. That is that 1-2
Close is
punch.
still
This time
lurking
they
mid,
bring Bang
though.
along with them to re-clear A ramp and fight.
If he manages
The
to
utility
get
that
into
that 100 Thieves
ropes,
comp
he
gives
could
you
have a timing.
And the options it gives you to re-clear space is so
He made
good. That's why
noise,
you're gonna
though.
see the fade mainly towards A heaven. My gosh, this is so close.
Just on the other side of the wall. Bang gets his third.
Game of pixels.
He's got the pit online. 100 Thieves up 3.
And it's just so tough to take a ramp control against this 100 Thieves composition if they play it correctly. Because they're willing to give you all the space. He will just cycle his dogs onto heaven, and then once the retake of a ramp, that utility actually comes through, you're so limited on the spots you can play. You see the Viper Molly land on behind any enemy team if they want to back up into A main. You see a nade land anywhere close. Fade dog comes out, maybe a tether if you need be. So much to deal with.
5 rounds in a row. Bang using the pit early. Boosty back with the op. And it looks like he was posted up mid, but now that's up close.
Oh my gosh, this
There's
timing.
a tiniest of slivers. But do they realize that one's gotten past them, that one slipped the net? It's going to be on EU to figure that out. Kesnet playing in the smoke.
Oh, the timing.
They have a really good feeling about this. And now the gunfire erupting. No, forget it. They didn't know. Oh,
Kesnet Deus.
Crew strike at just the right time. And who else but Kesnet to get 3? Bang really has no reason to save.
Close.
He's got a ton of money, so maybe you go for it. Try to get the weapons out of the hands of the attack. Try to force them to invest the scraps they have.
Yeah, all damage is good damage right now because the money on Crew's side right now is not. It's not ideal.
No, it's not great.
Okay. And you see close pinching.
I wondered if he would hear it. Klaus wasn't quiet about that.
Yeah. Finally.
Yeah, but he was so far away. So.
The only problem I have with the way that Crew just won this round, I mean, don't get me wrong, a win is a win. But this was
It's a big
heroic
timing.
Yeah.
From Kesnet. The fact that he slipped past that defense, I mean, that's not a reliable thing you could do, especially against how 100 Thieves like to play A-Heaven normally.
Right, it was a timing thing.
Yeah.
And then he plays in the smoke for as long as he does.
And this is why you see 100 Thieves already going back to the old setup that they had. They're like, you know what? it wasn't broken. You know, they tried to get a 1-up and change their setup, and I understand why. It makes sense. I mean, that was a lot of their success on Breeze, was changing their setup.
We have a lot of ultimate for Crew.
But the Fade is so good to deny a ramp presence. And at the very least, you get info if the enemy team likes to deposit somebody there.
Concealment.
They didn't have that the last round. EU started towards the main.
See the rotation from Asuna.
Cryo is going to be tested once again here.
And that's a tough angle to fight. If Crew decide to fight through the smoke, no, they decide to
Cryo
drop
dead.
it. Gets a kill.
Kisnet is gonna go out.
You get so many options with that Viper Orb. We'll talk about that later because the rest of the hit is
Holy shit, yeah.
And Crew is teeing off. Kesnet with 3 on the round. EU and Boostio. Again, with
Ace.
plenty of money, but they're so heavily
Nah.
outnumbered. How on earth does he get that?
I have no idea.
Player standing.
EU gets another. He's got 3 he's gonna have to deal with, and he can't.
Okay.
Let's talk about the orb. That lurk orb, that's the bonus of it. People can fly out from the left to the right, but you know what? When you're not doing that, you can just drop it. And Cryo got caught lacking just in the open a back sight there. I mean, that's a crazy position to take, but you can catch players out in transition when they're trying to move around the site if you drop the orb at random timings, like Shy just did.
Yep. That caught Cryo.
Kesnet got confidence now too, Alpha.
Yeah. I mean, for good reason. Quiet, map 2, back online. I think it was Ball and Wyatt both said it. Kesnet will come back.
Yeah.
Kesnet will come back online. And yeah, he's not taking the half by storm, but he's fragging in ways he wasn't really doing in the previous map.
And I like the approach that they've taken so far, especially towards B. Like, if you can actually kill Cryo and maybe even just freeze out the round, you have a solid chance of winning.
Yeah.
Especially against this comp of 100 Thieves. Because Cryo plays this B site so aggressively. If Crew did any type of demo work, you can tell that. And in the last series that 100 Thieves played on this map, Crowd did a good job of not overheating, but now he's getting picked in the couple different spots that he likes to anchor from. I mean, we've seen him get first blooded, what, like four out of the... I mean, maybe all 4 rounds that Crew have won, potentially.
Yeah, it's been
if
a couple.
not 4, maybe 3.
Yeah. All right, Yeti, you know what to do. You got to give the people a turtle. Maybe in the next round. Patience. Patience is a virtue, my good people.
And here's the adaptation from 100 Thieves. They're going to put Asuna towards this B main.
EU has his ult playing on the other side of the map. Cryo does too. Meanwhile, 4 on the side of the attack. That dog didn't get a ton. It didn't go very deep from EU, so they know they got some space up ramps, but that's really as far as that went. And it seems like Crew are going to try to fill in right behind that. They saw the Prowler.
So good. This is so good from Crew.
And the second dog didn't catch anything mid either.
Scout destroyed.
Crew are going to want to pounce on the other side of this, but again, EU still has his ult. As soon as there's contact, you imagine they're going to want to go. Molly's not really going to catch anything, but now they know. The Roomba, the ult,
Still
now
hiding.
silence. As you can see, the tendrils attached onto the members on the site. They try to go
Holy
aggressive. Meltzer went a little
fuck.
bit too far. Lucio not
1
able
for
to
1,
come
that
back any
ultimate is
longer.
huge.
Tied at 4 apiece for the rest of the half. The Satchel pushing through as he commits to the plant, and they've got a deep pit. It's just so far up. Do they flood? Do they reposition?
Do they
Do they
say?
try to fight from heaven? Heat's already a step ahead. He's going to try to clear a ramp. And it's only the Viper Wall keeping him back.
Oh my gosh.
He's in a really good spot
Heat?
here.
Drop
He
that
can
wall?
win this thing on his own. As soon as the wall goes down, but they swing into their deaths. Now
Bang.
Bang left in 1v2. Still trying to play.
Still so hard to win, too.
Oh, yeah. And again, Heat's waiting on the other side. He's been the threat the entire time. Bang gets it down to 1.
Viper versus Viper.
He's got to cut his losses.
Tough round.
And you can see Banks come.
Yep.
He's like, fuck.
I mean, it looked like for a second there could have been some brilliance out of Boostio and backside. He gets the first onto Melzer here. But EU not able to get this trade on the Klaus. And I feel like that truly was the deciding factor.
One enemy remains.
These rounds are so insane where that decides it. Like a trade.
A trade
Proves to be the difference maker. That's outrageous.
If that trade comes out, the entire round is just different. You have the numbers game. Crew stopping the bleeding after their timeout.
3 rounds in a row. Kesnet top fragging. The glowing Vandal, a sign of potentially what's to come. And at least what's taken place. Tries to satchel past the suck. He's got nowhere to go. Cryo's there to greet him. I swear the glowing Vandal's a curse. How much more value can Cryo find? A second, backside, a third. Not able to get on the fourth, but he's bought enough time for his teammates to show up and clean up the round.
Okay.
That was a super clean hold from Cryo. Smoke and a suck comes out. Kesnet can't blast back through it. Following that is a molly from Boosty. So nobody can run through and help Kesnet. And that's what gives this free kill here for Cryo. And then he's just finessing backside.
Dancing around. This was a play we thought we'd get out of Boosty in the previous round, but Cryo able to stand tall.
When 100 Thieves fight fire with fire against Crew, they actually look really, really good. I feel like when they're more passive in their holds.
Oh. Austin is going in aggressive. He's gonna spot 2. What? What? Where did it go?
Cosmetic ult.
That thing disappeared, I swear. So off of this, they understood where a lot of the pressure was coming from. They invested, they tried to catch, they tried to trap, but now they have to slow things down. They have to settle. Another reset of the moment is Cryo playing up aggressively on this angle. You see the orbs go up and the spam come through. And it was all just for heat to get that orb, and now ult online. Do they try to split B? Austin is close by, Bang is there too. You still have the stars you're gonna have to deal with. Straight into this teeth. Straight into the teeth of this double controller comp.
Oh, this is so hard to break through.
With 45 seconds left, Crew have a lot of space mid though. They could rotate back A.
Oh, but they're faking it. They're actually gonna end B. This is such a good call from Klaus.
But they're just like body checking each other on ropes. They're gonna go back B. Kesnet falls.
Right now. Bang.
Can Bang hold the line? No. Overwhelmed. It was perfect. The paranoia too much. The defense is down to 3. Boostio still playing on the other side of the map. There's the dynamic duo that you were mentioning before. And the dominoes fall.
6-6. 6-6 is good. Like, the map is a defense map. Plus you have a Cypher, like...
So confident. So in his element in moments like these. We haven't had a Boosty pop-off moment yet. Is this where he delivers? When his number's called, can he convert? No. Shile holds the line. 3 on the round as we're tied at 6.5.
That was such an amazing round called by Klaus. The normal reaction from 100 Thieves, it was great. I thought that 100 Thieves was playing a step ahead. After Asuna and Bang deny the B Heaven control, Asuna cheats back towards A Heaven. So Klaus knows that they have to pressure that A Heaven at least a little bit to sell it. And that's what gives the opening for Shy to walk out B. And even the 1v1 of Klaus against Bang, Bang wins it, but then the follow-up utility with the Omen Flash, it was beautifully played.
It was too much. They went 4 of their last 5. We're gonna throw it down to Riv, who's standing by with Crew's team psychologist.
That I am here with Alejandro and Dryad. This is Crew's team psychologist. I got some questions for you. You did join the team this year, but kind of looking from the outside in, what do you think is that Crew mindset that has changed and made them so solid coming into this year?
Bueno, siento que lo que ha sido el trabajo en el mindset, en la mentalidad que tiene el equipo, ha sido buscar un poco más la mentalidad de la sinergia del equipo. No solamente esta identidad de jugadores muy buenos que se desempeñan de buena forma, sino que además también un equipo que, como una identidad colectiva.
The mental was good.
Yeah, the mentality is about the not
Working
so much
on their synergies, the players are good and shit.
Not so much working on one of them one by one, but how they can become a group together.
That's awesome. I actually want to ask you how you do that. What's your approach to make sure that you can get to each player and make sure they feel comfortable with what they're doing mentally and in game?
Bueno, para eso el trabajo obviamente se desarrolla primero a nivel individual con cada jugador. Es importante generar un vínculo, tener confianza con ellos. Y después una gran parte es trabajar con lo que es trabajar en grupo, building activities finalmente. Y obviamente también mucho apoyo del staff, que son quienes pasan más tiempo con ellos.
comes from working individually with each one of them, building that trust with each one of the individual players, then going in and working together as a group with a lot of team activities, with a lot of team bonding activities, and that also really helps out with the staff.
Awesome insight. Alejandro, thank you so much. Dryad, thank you. Back to the desk to see what this game has for us.
The series has had plenty for us up until this point, and for it to end at a 6-6 half in map 3, I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, the old saying is split always delivers bangers, and sorry, it's all bangers end on split. I mess it up. You get the idea though. We're in for something good.
Yeah, it's been a battle back and forth all series long. I mean, the first map being the only one that was really a blowout.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah.
And this pistol.
You guys better pop off when the turtle shows up. I mean, you guys better go nuts.
This pistol can determine how the rest of this map can go. That's for sure.
Back to the important stuff we go. 100 Thieves on the attack, trying to be pacey towards A. Austin is already satcheled out, hit by the trip, but no damage done. They get the space they're looking for, a 5v5 pistol. On the site, in a retake attempt. The dog just went all the way back into main to try to catch EU. Asuna gets caught. Klaus and Melser hold the line.
This open flash.
They have no idea where EU is right now. He's been able to buy his time perfectly.
Good counter TDT by Cryo.
Can he find the right timing while the rest of his team is getting pressured, is getting surrounded, is getting overwhelmed? It's all on him now. A 1v2, EU cannot find the timing. The pistol the way of Crew.
That's the second pistol, right?
And still down to the wire. I mean, this was close.
And it's again the Omen and the
Especially
Sky.
the players in screen, specifically Klaus, just biding his time, waiting, having basically an up-down with Melzer.
Yeah.
This was the winning factor. And honestly, Boostio in this back site, he almost brought it back. The fact that he got the kill into heaven, that gave EU a chance to win this round. But Crew are back on their trading game, and that's a big, big pistol win.
Might be the biggest one of the series.
So important that round. And you were talking about how during that little halftime break, Kesnet was yapping like crazy to his team.
Yeah, he was popping off. He's been such a strong leader for Crew through the good and the bad.
That's exactly what I think he was doing. Telling his team, yo, don't forget, like, we have this, we could do this. Make sure we play together. And we saw it there in that pistol.
And they've got to remember what's at stake here. A bye, the #1 seed going into playoffs, and 1 BO3 away from Shanghai if they can pull it off. They have to maintain their composure here. They've been good all year. Can they do it here?
Oh, Bang is stuck right now.
He's got nowhere to go.
Between two Bulldogs. Oh, wait. There was a chance.
Yeah, let off the leash a little bit there. But not enough to convert, so Bang will fall. Again, 100 Thieves not really choosing to invest much into this. The Sheriff's still in the hands of Boosty. I believe Bang had one as well. But not much. And so they return back towards A. They decide to get up towards Heaven with the wall, keeping them back. They have the Cypher Cam too that they're going to have to deal with.
This is so hard.
Oh yeah, I mean should be borderline impossible. But it's gone
They have
back
weapon,
forward.
no,
13
but
seconds
the
left.
time.
Spike not in hand. EU's dead. Crew get their 8th.
Yeah, I mean, good damage for 100 Thieves. They didn't get the bomb down, which I'm sure they would have liked to have.
Boy.
But, I mean, considering how Bang just got stuck in between two players of Crew, I mean, that went decent.
As well as it could have. I think on the other side of Crew, the important thing is they were able to grab... Y'all got the turtle. Yeti the goat.
They've got the Fern Bulldog.
Crew were able to get the Bulldog back. They were able to scoop that weapon back up. So it's not as much as it's been in previous halves that we've seen, but they still have 3 rifles in this round. They've got them spread out a little bit here too.
And a 1-3-1 here for 100 Thieves, just defaulting in mid, trying to see how Crew is set up. That's the whole purpose of doing this. They want to see who's actually truly holding mid. usually common that a Viper holds it from here. But off of this trip, there comes the nade. The Shy is crazy for holding this angle.
Like
with a Sheriff, but that trip is still up.
Yeah, it's like a gentleman's agreement, an
It's
exchange
gone.
of utility, a shake of the hand, and then the round resets.
The thing is this is wise from Crew to lean over towards the B. I think he did a late flash onto that A main, basically setting up Melzer on a deep line, and that's why you see 4 players towards B.
Two of them have rifles. Shy has to run away. There's the first, finds value on
Isn't it? Hit? Spike down?
And that's bomb. The bomb stuck.
Bang. It's all on bang.
Yeah, he's got
Oh my god. It's gonna be a bonus for Crew.
That was the space they needed to find.
You gotta save. Oh my gosh.
And all the Crew players are well above 2k in money. And they're gonna... They all have guns now. They all have rifles.
There and you're coming out of one choke.
So they don't even have to win in this that much.
Crew, on their attack side, they had a Cypher that was consistently
Okay.
in the back of it.
Yeah, they lose one rifle on Kisnet.
And he stays there for most of the round.
Yeah.
But like the money for Crew is gonna be huge.
That allows everybody to lean over. They know that there is pressure in mid. If that flash doesn't connect at A, where else is...
We haven't seen a timeout for
Process
Andatives.
of elimination, they understand.
So we could see an early timeout right now to prepare the echo round and the next
It was
rifle round.
smothering and it was suffocating.
That could be a good call for Andatives.
Do they understand that the reason why there was 4 on B was because the flash came at A? They had nobody positioned outside of there.
Probably gonna time out next round if they lose.
Middle of the map on the cards. Stingers and Sheriffs. A little testing of the water mid in the 1-3-1.
Kesnet has a rocket already.
That's, I mean, yeah.
There's a gap in
that
the
bonus
Omen
win is
smoke
big.
mid. And you see Cryo trying to
Fritz,
hold it.
Cams, a lean this way. Eats here. Cloud's not far off either, and look at that Cam.
I saw him on the cross too, so you're gonna see a re-clear here with Dog and Molly, much like we saw 100 Thieves do.
They're just gonna try to fight this. Yeah, they will. But the fight was ill-advised. 100 Thieves walking out of that with numbers.
Boosties on 1 HP. Here comes the rat.
There's the rocket you were referring
Okay.
to. 2 apiece. Meltzer so far away.
Cryo's still
Kesnet's here,
mean.
but where do they go?
Now it's
They're gonna go A. Cypher is dead.
For Crew. This will be a
Viper is
2v2
dead.
Post plant versus retake scenario.
Cryo as a Sheriff.
They're taking 2.
There are a lot of guns where he is, so...
There's no way for you to know if they're in heaven still or not.
It's a terrifying prospect. But the spike committed. And now the game's on.
Yeah, he picked up a Phantom.
Cryo was able to grab a gun in heaven as well. This is very winnable for 100 Thieves.
Massive. The dog spotting Kesnet, taking a bite out of him. The satchel to just sway to any sort of swing.
Oh my God, EU.
It's all by
Good shot,
Cryo's
Mixer.
down. Can EU do this on his own? Sidesteps the paranoia.
Oh my God! What was that?
Kisnet fucking hyping Meltzer.
Meltzer's like a man possessed.
I mean, it was an eco. You know? They killed 3 people, they planted a bomb. It's not a bad round for Natives. But we should see a timeout right now.
In these moments in the 2v2.
They've lost the first round of the second half.
This time on purpose, they split up. And that's what gives Melzer the edge on the Cryo in heaven. EU thinks that he's delaying both players in screens. But in reality, Melzer's going in heaven doing this. Catching Cryo out. It's such a small thing. But it wins them such an important round that honestly, I mean, if 100 Thieves win that, they have a chance to really make a streak of rounds back and bring the economy back in their favor. That would have been thrifty for them.
And instead, his crew with a 4-round lead, just 3 rounds away from locking playoffs as the #1 seed. Meanwhile, while the defuse was happening, you guys couldn't really see it, but Shy was like beckoning Melser to stand up and pop off after winning that 1v1. You can tell the energy's at an all-time high. They can taste it. But can they get it across the finish line? 4 rounds in a row. The snowball again in full effect. But this is the first round where it really feels like 100 Thieves, given the weaponry that they have, given the ults that they have, the ones that they have currently and the ones that are not far off, they've got a shot at stopping this thing. It has to happen here. It has to happen now. Crew with so much to gain. Can the attack of 100 Thieves find success? Can it find space?
That's an early flash.
Right there.
This time they just decide to cut noise on A and walk in.
A contact play at a moment like this?
Heat does have the info now, though. If Bustio does get close enough, they can explode with this Gecko ult and catch anybody off guard.
No
this one-way cam is not broken yet.
No toe shown.
Yeah.
Nothing spotted.
Kyle.
Oh, there we go. There was a little egg. And now they know. 3, including the Thrash. The dog out from EU as well. Clearing out the site, or at least as best as they can. Crew have 3 members here.
You have a timing.
Spam the little guy. So bomb is not down yet.
Tragic. Meanwhile, Melser falling shy, trying to swing, get the best of the bang, and he does. Oh, almost gets a second out of Bustio, but he takes a step back.
Bustio down.
A little bit later.
Gives an ultimate.
3v3 now. Oh my gosh, Shy's still alive. 70 HP, takes the fight again, cannot convert. Klaus in a 1v2, and he's overwhelmed. 100 Thieves get to 7.
Dreams are a funny thing.
We've seen that hit before from 100 Thieves. They take control of all of heaven. They freeze. They try to get the bomb down with that Gecko.
Such a close round for
that was nice. I mean, a good reaction and Cryo finding the perfect timing on the Melser there.
There was a few 1v1s.
Almost brought this thing back himself, man.
For a second there, I thought he was going to clean up EU on that kill as well.
And that would have been 4.
Yeah.
Their fears betrayed them.
But 100 Thieves respond at a time where it was desperately needed. Flash in the face of many. There's a lot of presence here, Dre.
A lot of util invested. But no space actually gathered. Now, finally, the Lurk Orb goes up onto that A ramp, and that's going to at least keep one player there. Melser will not move from this position.
Or he shouldn't, at least.
But look at Kesnet already on the minimap. He's reading into this. He's like, I don't even need to be here anymore. We already denied them at A. I can shift over towards B. He's already a step ahead of 100 Thieves right now.
That's a lot of investment, man.
This is a good call to abort.
Break the trip.
Once you see the nade there, I mean, Kesnet was just at A, and they know that. So yeah, you're not.
You have a Sky ultimate though. That's gonna find them.
From Heat on the other side of the wall, yeah, they jump through it and find out what's waiting on the other side.
Gets 2. That's huge.
And again, the attack round is thrown in disarray.
Got the Viper in heartbeat.
And the realization creeps and goes further and further into clarity. There's still a pit they have to play against on
Melser is deep on A.
Cam from Klaus. He with a massive play.
This is going to be such a hard post plan for 100 Thieves if they can even get the bomb down.
Can they get that far? I feel like that's all the hard work. Klaus spamming, looking for a second. That's 2. The third will not fall.
Bullets.
It's just a
Good cleanup.
Shy's out of his seat again.
Dude, the rotations from Crew are so clean. Kesnet was a step ahead of that the entire time.
Yeah.
He chucks the nade into B main when the actual util is being put
They
down
take
by
the
100
space
Thieves.
so fucking well though.
It's just a key indicator to 100 Thieves that, okay, we need to reset the round. As they do that, this heroic performance from Heat getting 2 in the vent, and then Shy to re-aggro into B main and just ulting it to hold all that space. There's only so many places you can go to at that point if you're 100 Thieves.
The Crupium tanks are full. This is unbelievable. Can they finish?
They are all mid and A, like. There is a trip and a cam on B, and that's
being
it.
proactive here. Look at how much space they've taken across the middle of the map here.
I mean,
The timing, the timing.
Walk down mid play.
Oh! Now Cryo
It's
has
the
to
bomb, they
understand
know
there's a
Crow
threat
is
on the other
clear.
side, but he falls
They have
too.
the spike though. But Metzer is deep.
Where do you go now? You rotate back A? Guess what? You've lost space there too. Meltzer's here to greet you! Not able to get the third!
Flashed.
But he will attempt to do what his teammate could not. EU with a molly at his feet will fall. Crew gets a series point.
When you give a team like Crew a buffer to play around
5
with,
chances.
it gives them more confidence to do plays like what we just saw with this double walk down mid. And they understand
Kissing
that
it
other
is
teams are on the
like,
back foot and they're feeling
chill,
all the
it's not
pressure
done
and
yet.
feeling a loss within their grasp. So
One
they're
more.
scared. They're not willing to take as many risks or even hold the default at that point. Things can break down when a team starts to lose a lot of rounds. And Crew took complete advantage of that in this moment.
I mean, this timeline is mad. Look at that. Really just kind of telling the entire story of the second half. Crew with so much to gain. If they can win one more round, the #1 seed a lock. And the advantages of that are, I mean, almost.
And Shy is still playing on the rope.
You called him a lunatic for holding that angle previously. It was with the sheriff, but
I mean, sometimes the RNG works in your favor. You get the insta headshot. I don't blame him for going for it. I mean, you're up 12-7 right now. Oh, full info gathered.
I thought the dog was going to run out. I have a really good idea of where they are. 100 Thieves, they don't have guns. He's trying to get away. Asuna still has one more satchel. How is he still alive? There it goes.
He almost found 2.
Hunted down. But can the attack find any more space? Given the numbers advantage, it seems like it's working out. But
Close. Oh my god, he got distracted by the fucking tree behind him.
That pit is crazy.
What is that?
That pit is mad.
What is that?
And Metzer just running in.
That's insane, but it's not even planned for him.
No, he's managed to navigate it. Oh, just the tap. Bang
Okay.
peeks out, gets his third.
That was an eco for Natives.
Yo, the poise of Asuna in that round with the rocket.
Yeah.
To not shoot it too early. Yeah, once, not twice, but like 3 different times.
Dude, it's a dangling carrot in front of you the whole way.
After that defensive side, he's like, I'm not messing around anymore. I'm guaranteeing that this is landing on top of your toes.
And Kesn, it's almost like baiting him out. Come on, fire it. Fire it. You know you want to.
He tried 2 different satchels from Kesna to reposition.
I know
Man,
exactly.
you think it just comes down to such micro plays. If Klaus right there doesn't use his Cypher ult, maybe he gets another kill on the Cryo there. Another mid-heavy default from 100 Thieves.
They have guns now.
Yeah.
They didn't really have that in the last round.
They're wary of this, though. They understand that there might be a utility trap, and that's why no one's really exposed in the open yet.
Again, gunfire erupts, and it's a 1-for-1.
Spike down mid.
The spike well out of reach here. This is dangerous. Oh my gosh, he's just swinging.
He's a maniac.
I have 2 flashes and dog. Good utility for that guy.
Again, playing to win. That's exactly what Crew are doing. Bang is left alone. The chants from the crowd could not be more accurate. Uno Mas is all it takes. Bang trying to be quiet about it.
And he just knifed out into B main to reflank mid.
Screen down.
They're so proactive. They're so decisive.
Yeah, he has no life, so he can play
So
aggressive.
if he can win
It's
this
still
one
a
against Melzer.
2v1 after
Crew are so spread out.
30 seconds left.
that
Sound
timing.
made. Now they know where he is. The prey waiting on the other side will fall.
Let's go for
On top. Crew lock the number
5
1 seed.
fucking goal.
What a stage for Crew. And the way that they've done it too. My God.
I mean, even that last round really felt like it was indicative of their play style, of the swagger with which they approach these maps. Heat, knife out, re-clearing D-main. The fight that Kesnu took, just a swing out in mid and take that fight is just so confident. And I respect it, man. When it works, and it's worked all split.
Oh man, that is such a crazy story.
And next week we have a cool
Crew
Leviathan.
have impressed, I mean, everybody. They're the truth right now.
Next
And their
Saturday.
next match is against Lev. Oh my gosh.
That's a
That's
banger.
gonna be insane. There's pride on the line. Yeah, they go into other matches, even this match, saying,
Gonna
"Oh,
have
it is what it
Kismet
is.
Deus
Win or lose,
against
we're gonna
fucking
give our best no
Aspas.
matter what." Right. But I guarantee you, going into that left game, there's gonna be some beef or something to prove who's the best in Latin.
There's a little extra behind that, the opportunity to go undefeated.
Yeah.
Leading into playoffs is just such a, again, I know the rosters are different, but dog, they didn't win a single series last year in the regular season, and then LCQ happened, right? But to go from, 0-9 to potentially 6-0, it's just asinine.
And they just got a swag, like a certain swag when they even just walk out on the stage. Smiles across the board. The fans that are here for Crew as well.
Vamos Crew.
Yeah, the 6-man has been ridiculous.
They actually are playing really well.
Kesnet has been Kesnet, right? And you know what you're getting with Kesnet. You know he's consistent every single time, but the value that Heat and Shy have been able to provide to this roster, I mean, it cannot be overstated. Unbelievable.
Jeez.
Such a complete performance. They were aggressive, they were decisive, they had really cool ideas, they denied space when they found those opportunities, and yeah, sometimes those timings don't go your way, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you kind of gamble a little bit and it kind of doesn't work out, but I respect that they continued to try it even when it didn't, and when it did work, the value that they got out of that was incredible.
Yeah, that mid-walk was something special, man. I mean, at the perfect timing, too, because they understood that 100 Thieves are on the back end, they're feeling all the pressure. And even if they are holding the angles, much like the last round, when you're feeling that type of pressure, when you're on match point and you're about to lose, sometimes you don't even just hit the shot and you just green out.
Yeah, there were a couple times it looked like they were clairvoyants, man. They knew where the pressure was coming from, then knew when it was going to happen. It was outrageous. Again, Crew locked the #1 seed. We're going to throw it down to Riv at the stage for the
Tomorrow, no games.
Thank you, gentlemen.
And then on the first, we have.
Win, vamos! All around undefeated still, Klaus. Locking in playoffs. First seed. This stage has been amazing for Crew. What do you think about this compared to last year?
And then on the first, we have BBA Giant X and KC Heretics.
Obviamente creo que fue un cambio muy drástico, o sea, lo del año pasado de ser 0-9 a este año de full consistencia, todo wins. Obviamente es muy placentero también ver como el trabajo que hicimos, el trabajo que estamos haciendo está dando los resultados.
Yeah, obviously it's such a drastic change compared to last year from 0-9 to the consistency that we're seeing right now, and I'm very happy to see the results that we're giving with practices and all the results that are coming through.
Absolutely awesome. And looking at your map pool, with one other loss on Breeze today and Icebox being a 50-50, you're basically 100% down the board. What was it about this year and Crew approaching the map pool that makes you so strong everywhere?
Creo que fue mejor como trabajamos los mapas uno por uno. Creo que eso hizo mucho la diferencia, que le dimos con mucho enfoque a cada mapa, y por eso también es que tenemos un map pool así muy abierto y muy grande, y que podemos jugar cualquier mapa que lo vamos a jugar bien.
Yeah, it was the approach that we had for the practices of practicing every single map and giving the same attention to every single map. That's why we have such a big map when we're getting this result.
I want to ask you about the Breeze match before we get to a few other questions. The eco round, I think it was round 26, the Sheriffs. What are the comms like that in a round to bring it back, even though the map went to 100 Thieves?
Creo que, o sea, también nosotros pecamos mucho en los ecos, o sea, fuimos muy inocentes. Ellos también, o sea, creo que supieron como ponernos en su juego, o sea, ellos hicieron el ritmo de las rondas, esas claves que nosotros perdimos, y creo que fue una mala nuestra por dejarnos como caer en su juego, y también ellos por haberlo hecho también bien.
Yeah, it was. I think we made a lot of mistakes when it comes down to it. We do a lot of mistakes in rounds like this one and in eco like that one to turn it around, and it was our mistake for letting them play their round.
All right, I got one more question for you. Your next match, the true LATAM El Clásico against Leviathan. How are you feeling, and what do you think you can do versus them?
Yo creo que va, o sea, muy emocionado por el partido. Yo creo que toda la liga lo va a ver, o sea, todos los equipos nos van a ver, porque creo que siento que somos como los equipos más fuertes ahora mismo. Y nada, va a ser un clásico de los viejos, y espero que va a ser un partidazo, eso seguro.
It's going to be really good. I think everybody in the league is going to be watching because I consider we are the two best teams right now. And it's just going to be a crazy and insane match.
Awesome to have you be able
That's
to
a
say that,
mantra.
Klaus. Congratulations on the win. Dryad, thank you for translating. We are going to vamos over to the desk. Adam is waiting, and we're going to get to dig into that brain to see how they went undefeated.
Yes, congratulations yet again to Crew on winning. That was exhilarating. Congratulations, Coach Adam.
Thank you.
Joining us right now. So I guess I got to ask you this: what does it feel like going from coaching a team that wasn't faring too well in 2023 to now like a flawless run during stage one?
I think that it's part of sports or esports. In sports, you will lose more than what you win. Also, I think it's really important to understand in which season you are or your team is. And I think that's last year on the kickoff was hard times for us, like hard seasoning. But I think we are on the right season at the right time, at the right moment. And the best thing that we can do is just enjoy it, just try to give our best and keep winning as far as we can.
Yeah, for sure. I think one of the standout things for me has definitely been the IGL swap from it was on Meltzer to Klaus. You guys have talked about how that opens up Meltzer to play better individually. But what do you think is the biggest difference between the two IGLing styles, and what has Klaus been doing right this year?
I think that changing the IGL is one thing that propels us to start winning. But the biggest change, I think, is that Meltzer was the IGL because there were no one else. So he said like, hey, I don't like to be IGL, but I will do it because the team needs it. And Klaus is IGL because he wanted to be IGL. So I think that between those, without like giving for less the work of Meltzer, that's a huge difference when you do something because it gives you passion.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting because Meltzer was IGLing for Leviathan way back when, and a couple different. No, he wasn't.
No, King was always IGL for Lev.
I want to ask a question just about today. Are you happy with today's game? You guys qualified for playoffs, but are you happy with today's game?
Yeah, I think I told that to the team that one of the characteristics or qualities of a winning team is to be able to thrive between hard times. And we were like losing at the beginning 2 maps. We were 1-5 on Breeze, and we were losing the split. And we show like character, like strength, like resilience. And if we want to win, we need to have that. So I feel as today it was a day that the team like earned that medal. Like we have resilience, and now we are closer to be a winning team, a champion team.
For sure. What's it been like having Heat as a teammate, sort of behind the scenes? What has he been bringing to the team?
Well, Heat is really funny. I mean, he's a funny guy. Also, as I said before, he matched too much with our way, our culture. Like we are always like bothering, always doing jokes on training, on matches, on backstage, everywhere. And he is like that. And he also flows a lot with the mood. So I think that he clicks a lot outside of the game and in game with us.
I've always thought of him as a pretty emotional player, like on Heat. In former teams, like, if the team's doing bad, get a little angry, not like, and when the team's doing really good and they're all hype, playing very well, when it feels good. Is that the same experience you're getting?
Yeah, I think that we all Latin people are really like passionate. Like there are not too much opportunities on Latin America. So when people get an opportunity in any area, in our case, esports, like we fight with like all our passion, and I think that that's something really characteristic on us, and I think that is something that is giving this team a lot of gasoline, because each win we are like just too high, like in a high performance level, and I think it's because of passion.
Do that culture, the passion that you guys are displaying? Do you think that's part of the reason why this season both LATAM teams are at the top?
I think I think we do. For Lev, I don't know, but for us, I think there is something behind teams more than what you see in game, like behind scenes, like the team culture, the team bonding, the group that we are. I think that there is something key, something special, and this group has that.
Now, Coach Adam, we definitely are excited to ask you a ton of questions, but we also have some people in the Twitch chat who are dying to ask you questions as well. This first one we have is from Rising Legend 13, asking the question, does the preparation between matches change when you're doing well? Like, do you get more experimental, perhaps?
Yeah, I mean, when we are going bad, most of the times it's because we are not playing or doing the things that we're supposed to do. But when you are winning, it's because you're doing things that you're supposed to do. So pracs are not more like, stop doing this, start doing that. Pracs are more like, okay, let's refine this. Let's do this better. Okay, we have this, I don't know, this default. Okay, how can we improve that? And we did that. The split against Loud taught us so much on defense, and we closed the map against 100 tips on defense. It was because of that.
Yeah, it definitely feels like the team is very disciplined right now, especially Shy. I feel like that's something he really excels at in the game. Is that a focus at all for the team? Was that something you were consciously thinking about in the offseason?
In terms of like over-peaking and stuff like that?
Yeah, stuff like that. Just playing more disciplined, kind of teamwork-oriented.
Yeah. I'm the kind of coach that I don't fight that much with over-peaking, because at the end it's a shooting game. So making a player not to shoot, it's
you have to be
a player, hey,
confident
don't
in your
shoot. It's like
shooting.
telling a runner don't run.
Yeah, jog. Yeah.
So the way that we try to approach that is to lead the players to find better situations to overpeak, and not just to pick just because you are crazy, but try to find the right conditions to overpeak. And so I think that is something that gives them balance, because they said, okay, I should not troll overpeaking, but I can overpeak in this and that situation, and I think they're pretty good finding those spots.
Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, you give Kesnes the tools to overpeak, and it's no longer overpeaking. He's going to kill 4. You know what I mean?
Well, Coach Adam, I want to thank you so much for joining us. Crew, phenomenal today. Now, with week 4 coming to a close, let's take a look at our Alpha and Omega standings. So you can see Crew right there.
There you go, the clinch.
At the top.
The clinch, playoff secured, first seed secured.
Not even surprised.
There are so much mathematical calculations on Twitter about 1,000 scenarios. Hope this helps.
You've clarified it a little bit. Thank you, man.
Now, I'm kind of curious. So you're going to be going up against Leviathan next.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Well, we're trying to focus series by series. So probably tonight we'll start speaking about that series. But I don't know, Liv looks really strong, really good. And I think it's going to be a great match.
Yeah, I mean...
Sadly, we're not too... Because if we lost today, we will fight our qualification with them.
Yeah.
Now it's not, and they are already qualified.
It's ironic in a way, because last year we had a couple of Crew Lev matches. Obviously, LCQ one mattered, but the last one we had, it was at the end of the season. You guys, we remember the story there, and it didn't matter. And here again, it's the opposite way. You guys are at the top, but it still doesn't really matter. It's kind of sad.
We just want to play, just want to keep playing, keep trying to do our best, and so we're facing that match as we face the five leads, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, we'll all definitely be watching, of course. Now, we'll be back a day earlier for week 5. Now, the action starts Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, with Sentinels looking to keep their playoff hopes alive when they take on Furia.
Gotta win.
Yeah, we got to keep Cincy happy.
5 p.m. Pacific.
You know, hopefully they will remain happy. We'll see. But anyways, I want to
What
thank you
time
all
is
so
it
much for
for me?
watching, and we'll see you Friday.
Thanks, yo. That was awesome. I always like this, man.
Thank you.
Super insightful every time.
Thank you.
Oh, they start with 1 game on Friday. And then 2 games Saturday and 2 games Sundays. Right? Yeah. Okay. That shot was so nice.
They've gotten his position. They know it's all over now. It will not come through. Seeds of comeback fall upon barren soil. Split is on the cards. Nice! Down mid. Now they know where he is. The prey waiting on the other side will fall. Left hand on top. Crew lock the #1 seed.
Okay. Sen Furia. Probably Sen. Furia is like. They are 0 and 4, right? Or 0 and 5. They are 0 and 4. Oh yeah, because they are the Omega group. So yeah. Furia, MIBR, and I mean, Evil Geniuses, they won against Energy and Sentinels, which are the two weakest team, I guess, in the Alpha group, which is like weird to say, you know. G2 is better, C9 is better, like, I don't know, man. It's a weird timeline. Okay. Boom. Now what? Probably some PUBG. Oh yeah, my stream crashed yesterday. Last time. Maybe that's why I had so much fucking problem. I mean, it was my internet that crashed. Oh my fucking god, it's in maintenance. So no PUBG. Do we even have Emerald? Oh, I do. Boom. Boom. Haven't done it in a while, but with the new fucking season. Kinda wanna play more. Almost haven't played Valorant for what? 2 months? So it's gonna be rusty, but Fuck me. Um. Is PUBG up though? Nope. Let's do some PoE since PUBG is down.
My spirit is spent.
Hail! Taking on some serious danger, I see. spirits are spent.
Your eyes deceive you! Ghost flame! No escape!
Salah.
will die alone and afraid.
My spirit is spent.
Love hunting. This one is captured. I now take it. Can you be victorious twice in a row? Make it. Challenger? Great job, Exile. I now will take the captured beast to the menagerie.
Another day,
I can't do this just yet.
Samina, you are well prepared for the end. This is a fine Up you go, little beast! Away!
You're alive! My spirit is spent.
Up you go, little beast! Away! Do not worry, little beast. We are friends now. An exhilarating hunt, Exile. Now, it is time for Einar to go to Einar business.
I can't do this just yet. My spirit is spent. I can't do this just yet. My spirit is spent.
How do you find a corpse in all this misty emptiness? Oh, I see now. How strange.
Hunted exile! captured. Einar will take it. The first ones look upon this capture with pride, Exile. You hunt well.
I can't do this just yet. My spirit is spent.
You are well prepared for the end. This is a fight. You are captured. You have been captured, beast. You will be a survivor, or you will be food. One is captured. Einar, that was a hunch we'll not soon forget. You're welcome. Goodbye.
Exile.
My spirit is spent. I can't do this just yet. My spirit is spent.
Godslayer?
Hey. How's the trail? My spirit is spent. I can't do this just yet. spirit is spent.
What was that?
You again.
My spirit is spent. Practice makes perfect. I can't do this just yet.
The work continues.
My spirit is spent.
Hello.
Yes. Remember, we do this for freedom.
Let's craft that shit.
May the grace of Prospero relieve you of your anguish and aid this soldier, so that you can sever the threads of corruption!
What? Okay. I think I'm gonna call it for today. Just gonna quickly check. There is some PUBG available. The fucking maintenance is off. I don't think so, but let's see. No, it's not up. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. tomorrow probably some Valorant. It's the last day. Gonna try to play a bit. And yeah. On the first, so and on the first we have few games. So yeah, see you then. Stay safe. Bye bye.